Hello. Good morning for this episode of Coffee with Lilli on this Wednesday. Just a few things. I am about to jump on a call with a client, but something I've been thinking about, which is interesting, and just listening to a podcast about this as well, is the correlation or what happens when we are in stress and overwhelm and how that affects us, specifically today talking about decision making, but it's the same kind of idea can be utilized in different areas of your life. But so when we're in stress or overwhelm, basically our bodies and our brains, like we can only do things, just like we can only do things in real life, one thing at a time. Same idea applies here, is that when our bodies and our brains are in complete stress and overwhelm, that is the only thing happening within us. And all of everything about our reaction, what's happening in our head, like our thoughts, also in our body, also in our body, and the hormones that are being activated and released, the stress response in our breathing, the stress response in our bodies. Basically, when we are in that state, and if it's a continued state of overwhelm, it would make sense why maybe you are having trouble making decisions in your life, or maybe the decisions that you're making are based off of these these things that are really just hard for you to kind of like align with, or not come to terms with, but it may be really hard to kind of understand that you aren't making the right decisions for you, or maybe you're making them and they don't turn out the way that you want them to turn out because they aren't aligned with you in the first place. So it's this big cycle that happens. But I think really just today, before I jump on my call, is that it makes sense that you can't do that. So I just want to say, like, if that's happening for you, that makes sense. It makes complete sense, even though you don't feel like that it does. Because if you are in a continued state of, or if it's your home away from home, of overwhelm or stress or anxiousness, all of your body, all of your brain, all of your thoughts is really going to focus on that. And so any type of prefrontal cortex, aligned, calm, aware, peaceful decision making is biologically not going to happen, because it can't. And so if you're noticing the pattern of either having a hard time making decisions, or making decisions under stress or under overwhelm that only make you more stressed or more overwhelmed, or maybe even turn you toward a place of depression, it may be time to take a look at how to get yourself regulated. And because self-regulation within co-regulation, which is working with a practitioner like a therapist or a coach, that is how you kind of learn how to get back to self. And dysregulation is that state that we're talking about, which is stress, overwhelm, anxiety, anxiousness. And what is crazy, I think, in this day and age is that that state for a lot of people, most of my clients are in this state, is like they're home away from home. So you think that you have to either push through, or you think that you either have to push it away, or you think that that's just the way it is. I'm always going to be stressed, or I'm always going to be overworked or overwhelmed. I just want to say, like, from a different perspective, if you're open to it, is that's not true. society kind of puts us that way, when we don't have to do things alone as much as as everyone around us, or the way that you may feel too. So just a thought about that, and reach out, DM me if that's something that you are noticing, is making decisions in that stress and overwhelm state is really hardly ever going to work out in a positive fashion, because you don't, at that point, again, you do not have the ability to think clearly. Biologically, you do not have the ability to self-regulate, and then co-regulate with others. It's just not possible. So if that's something that you're seeing and that you're feeling coming up in your life, I would say reach out to someone and try to get that and heal that part of you, heal that block that's really blocking you from making aligned decisions with yourself. So I hope that helps today. Bye.